definitely hitting our, that's not really what we want. So now I got to probably cut this guy back off. Shoot. How could we got him to go any further? We could have maybe got in underneath the bar. What do you guys think? If we went underneath the bar, that means we have to really unhook everything, and that's going to be a lot more messy, right? If we got him underneath the bar, he wouldn't actually have this problem. Unless we put, oh look, we can put another one right here, right? We got one here to hold it in place here. And then we can get another one. And this one, I don't really feel confident. I'm going to take it off. It looks like it's eating into our, you can see it's almost like wants to eat into our hose line. You can see here the marks that I already put just temporarily. So it looks like it's almost, it's that little mark there. See that? It's like, yummy. Alright, so we're not going to use that. We're not going to use the stainless steel one for this situation. And I don't want to put anything near the exhaust. If we do the stainless steel one, we'll do it like really securely clamped. Yeah, we'll do it like a secure clamp. We'll even move the clamp all the way over here, and then we could tie it. So we'll probably use a C clamp and then tie it to this thing. That's probably what we'll do. So let me see if I can cut this supposedly open. We'll use our other cutter here. Alright, so we'll use this guy here to cut it. Let's see if this guy can do the trick as the other guy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, look at that. He cuts it no problem too. Alright. So, since this is it, we're going to use another clamp to clamp this over somehow over there. Just too bad I don't feel confident with the tie strap, you know? And out. Sheet of metal there. Okay, let me go ahead and figure this out, how we're going to do this. I mean, we can get a little clamp like we did a clamp on this one. And I think we had that one left. That was still good. So let's see if I can use that. And then maybe work it with some tie straps. So which one was the good one? We'll find out once we take it off. So this one's going to take the 8mm socket. This 8mm doesn't look like it, but it is. Alright. What I'm going to do is going to take this guy off of him and see which one is actually the good one. Alright, so there we go. I believe you can see already probably from the back side. This one looks almost, you can't tell yet until we'll open up and see which one is the one that didn't get ruined. Oh boy, let's use the extension. A little bit more handle. Wipe out all the grease. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, this is probably the one that's ruined. You can see right there. It's chewed up already. So this one might be our best bet. And I think my phone's almost out of charge, so let me go ahead and put in a charger. That way I continue on the clamping process here. Give me 1 second. I can bring it with us. There we go. Oh, this wasn't even hooked onto the wall. Gotta get this one hooked onto the wall too. There we go. Let there be light. Okay. bring this with us here. All right. Getting this cable mounted securely now. Okay, I tried to put the thing on there, but it looks like it's still stripping when I clamp it on here. It doesn't feel like it's going to support, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut 2 plastic tie straps, kind of crisscross it, like an X-Man sort of. And let's see how that one does. So we'll go ahead and get started on that one. We'll put it through. Get the first one here. These tie straps have a little bend, so I have to, I guess, kind of feel it. It's going to come out, or it's not going to come out straight. It has to come out the other hole. So let me go ahead and try to see if I can see it. It's going to be hard to see, or I can try to put it this way and I can see it from the other end, huh? Either way, it just has to come out from one end to another. Maybe I'll get lucky here. Nope. Either way, I just gotta see it from one end or the other. I wish there was a way of guiding it in there. Okay. Or maybe I can. Maybe I can feed the steel one in there and actually we'll follow the steel one. It'll flatten with the steel one, let's say. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take the steel one and that'll be straight with the steel one, right? I gotta get the steel one out the other end. There we go. Alright, so the first one is in. Take the steel one guiding out. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna go like zigzag. So we can probably bend it this way, and then we can bend it the other way. We get one guy going this way, or maybe just, I want to do 2 because again I'm not sure how the heat, these tie straps will tolerate the heat because it's gonna get hot, pretty hot. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy to bend accordingly. Yep, all we need to do is just tie him right here. Looks like he's bending already, so let's let him down so he doesn't fall off. Okay, and then let's put another one. And the other one's gonna go probably crisscross. Capture him as well. We'll use our steel guiding rod again. Get through the other side. Let's see. So let's do a second time around. Flex this guy out a little bit. Come on. He needs to come out. Nope. Still looks like it's one to bend. It's a problem with the steel one. Okay. Trying to feel where the other end of the hole is. Can't be too bad because we got the first one in there already. Let's try, maybe I go straight out. It's like picking a lock here. Just gotta get it tilted right in there. Let me actually go with the steel one the other end, and then we can guide it from the other end from the steel one. Okay, going back from this one. The steel one's a little bit more straight, so that's why we can. This guy is. I don't know where I'm poking at, but horrible. Let's see if I can get the steel one in this way. Can't see where the other end or level the hole should be. I sort of feel it. Unreal. Shouldn't be that hard. Let me see if I can mix match here. Just want to get these two in there. See, it's not, it's bending. It's bending and it's curving its own will. Okay, so we got this one tie strap in there. That should be a good guide right here, unless it's bending our other ones. That's probably why it's not guiding us directly. Or we're not even near the opening. Nope. Alright, let me go ahead and try to get this on through, and then we'll continue from there. Alright, barely got in there. Actually found out that what happened was is probably when the first tie strap got in there, it created like a little wedge bend like this, and I didn't know. So when you put even your stainless steel one, it wedged it. It probably put it over here. So what I did was I kind of outsmarted, I guess. I went underneath it, and it just went sliding right into its spot. So I was able to yank it from the other end easily. So what I did was I went from the back end of it, which I'll show you right now. So you guys can see there. Okay, so what I did was I went from behind it instead of front forward it, because it created a wedge here, bent it to misalign me. So we got it now. We got it this way. So it's gonna be interesting because I actually want it the other way. So I guess I can't have it both ways, huh? So let me see if I could twist this around and we're gonna do this kind of interesting here. Unfortunately, well, you know, I can still break the tie strap here. So you remember how we did that trick, how we cut it so we can angle it this way, that way. So let's do that. I'm gonna break this tie strap. You can see here what I'm trying to get at. Let me get a little surface here. Okay, so we're gonna cut this tie strap, and we're gonna continue on pulling it from the other end because I don't want it to face this way. This tie strap is facing correctly. There we go. We can still reuse it, don't worry. There we go. Now I have two tie strap whichever way I want to face. So since this is more near this way, or we can go which one is over and which one's top. Let's try to set them flushed here. There we go. Then we can twist it around evenly. Yeah, we don't want these tie straps to bend and break awkwardly, so there we go. So we can make the first one sort of zigzag. Let's see if I can even do it. Okay, so the middle one here will go this way. See if I can get the middle guy. Is he coming in this way? Okay, this is the middle guy here. So this middle guy here is gonna pull it to the right, and then this guy's gonna pull it to the left. Okay, I'd rather use plastic versus the stainless steel one because stainless steel eventually almost becomes sharp as a knife. So I feel much more relieved that these are. Now, am I just doing? I can just even do double, really, the same side. I mean, I don't have to go crisscross. I mean, why would I want to do crisscross? Let's see what crisscross will do for me. See, crisscross just pulls it in more, so that's no point. We'll just do a double tie strap in case one breaks or overheats, gets something weird by it. So this is good. We'll do one over and then one over top of that one. So let me go ahead and try to get this tie strap to play along here. Gotta rotate them. I couldn't fit a big one in there, but these regular size strap here, this should be fine. This shouldn't be the hardest part of the installation, just tie strapping a couple hoses to one side. Alright, so we got this guy here, right? So let's go ahead and tighten him down. And while I'm tightening him down, I'm trying to look to see how you see he's barely missing this, which is a good thing. But the minute I bring him in probably closer or give him slack, he might want to come near the exhaust more. And that's the problem we're having. All right, so this is good. There you go. So he's not touching the exhaust. Looks like I got a good centimeter away from the exhaust, which is a much more better improvement. He does have a lot of slack here still, so I can pull this guy here because he has so much more, well, yeah, he has so much more slack. I can pull him toward there. Again, this will be stationary. When we do change and clean our filter, we'll have to twist the whole cap off. Am I tugging the right one? I know it's kind of, okay, yeah, this has more slack. I apologize. And yeah, we don't want any more slack to go over there because if it does go over there, it's going to hit the exhaust. So, all right, so this is good. It doesn't look like it's putting a lot of pressure, you know, cut-wise anyway, see there? It's just curving around the plastic of the hose. So I didn't like the metal one or the stainless steel one because it can actually eat into the hose. And that's not what I'm really looking forward to. Even though it does it here, but it still does it perfect parallel. Over here it crosses it. So it might actually get into the idea of it going too much into the hose digging in. So we don't want that. Okay, let me go ahead and put the other one on. We'll do the same way. I guess we can bring this somewhat. I'm careful not to break it. Okay, so this one's the same way. We're gonna almost do the same pattern really. It's coming in from the same pattern. I should cut this in now, huh? See? So you can always reuse your tie strap if you have that much slack. There we go. So we got two tie straps sort of parallel together. Doesn't even have to be stacked on top of each other. So I think this is good. Just in case one fails on us, we have one more. And you don't want to tighten too much. The idea is just to have this tie strap hold it to the right away from it, because if you put more pressure over time, the tie strap might just break on its own, and that's not really what we're going for. But you do want to have a nice secure fitting, so these are great. So let's go and cut these tie straps off of here. When you use this cutter here, since it's pretty good leverage here, maybe, I don't know. It might be flimsy now. All right, let's see. There you go. Cuts like butter. Just be careful near the the hose line. There you go. Pretty nice. Okay, so that one's done. You can see here now I got a good, almost good 2 centimeters now, not just 2 millimeters, 2 centimeters. Look at that clearance there. So I can almost put my whole finger in here now. That's what we want. So yeah, I think this will do the trick. And if it does, after this aluminum lands on this one bit, this probably can handle it a little bit. I assume it can, but I'm hoping for the best. But other than that, it looks good. I think we are done. We're ready to go and fill in our oil. We're gonna put 750 millimeters, just like we did before we had the reserve. The reserve already had a little bit of his own, so there's no need to actually do anything more for the reserve. We might have to tap it from time to time. Maybe it did spill out a little bit. But I think what happened was it probably caught a little bit up here, but we didn't have this tie strap. Remember, this was pretty much free flow, so it might have pushed a little bit out from the reserve a little bit. So we might have to tap a little bit more than 750. But what we'll do right now is we'll put 750 still, just to make sure. So this is a brand new one here, and so we take 750 from what it is right now. I think it's up to almost 1,000. So we're gonna drop it. We should have left, I believe, I can't remember the math, but we should have left around 200 milliliter, or 250, let's say, right here. That would give us our, I believe, is it what, 750 milliliter? So if it's 1,000, I'm not sure what a quart is, but it looks like it's up to 1,000. So 1,000 to track 750, you're gonna have like 250. So we should have 250 left, so it should be right here. This is how much oil we should have left. So when we tap it, we should have that much. Now, before we tap it, let's use our funnel here, because I want to actually get the most out of this funnel before we actually put oil through it. I'm going to go ahead and take out the spark plug and do a little vacuuming. Suck out any of the debris from the spark plug area. So let me go ahead and show you what I was planning to do here. And the exhaust, I guess, when we take it out. So we're going to suck out any of the carb buildup. So let's go ahead and take out our spark plug. Oh, we had the electric grease ready to go. It's fine. We can go ahead and redo the electric grease. Not a big deal. So let me go and clip this here. I can actually clip it back. I'll give you guys an overview. I do miss a little bit of the tripod, but I'm assuming that this will be a good replacement as soon as I master how to clamp and where to clamp. Okay, so I'm going to go and take out the spark plug. And we'll get our shop vac ready. And we're going to use that funnel still. Now the shop vac is going to be sucking, so it's going to be put in the suction side. Alright. Okay, let's go and take out the spark plug. Get these guys out of the way. It's an organized mess again. Oh, we're also going to install our decompression tube as well once we seal the deal. Okay, let's go ahead. Did I get the extension? I didn't get the extension, but I don't think I need one. I think the spark plug is pretty in depth already. Okay, let's get the socket in here. Lefty loosey. There we go. Just kind of break it loose, then you could do the rest with just a socket tool. And then this is the condition of our spark plug currently. I think it's out already. Nope, not yet. It's quite a bit of spin. There we go. So we wiped our spark plug before. There we go. That's our spark plug there. So we clean our spark plug. Usually that center part was a little bit more wider. You can actually see the center white part before, but now you can't. So before we had the center white part showing more. Now it's like a little bit more kind of burnt look. But we'll definitely do the spark plug. Maybe we'll clean up a little bit more later, but let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this shop vacuum here on it, and I need to actually turn it to the side where it sucks. So we're going to go and turn it. The reason why is we're going to take this little knob and we're going to try to check out the car. Now you see this won't fit. This won't fit in this. It won't fit like this, unfortunately. So what I do is I take the funnel, close it with the funnel. Try to get a little bit of that carb looseness out of there if there is any. Because that's the only area that you have access to the chamber now that's sealed off. Any loose particle or you suction out. And then when we take off our exhaust, I'll probably do the same thing too, and also the intake manifold. Just get any loose areas there before we seal it again. I mean, before we put the intake manifold in their exhaust again. So that one's coming. Leave it there for a second or so. So this seals here. Tell you're vacuuming it because you can feel it just focusing on the area. Okay, and then you can also take it from your exhaust. I think our exhaust here will be fine. We don't need the funnel for that. Move this out of the way. Move our oil out of the way. What we can do is just take it from here. Kind of suck anything from the exhaust side. This actually fits perfect, really. A little pressure. Creates a vacuum seal to suck anything from the exhaust side. Alright, so it's good. By the way, I left this open again. I kept the fuel line open, you can see here. And let's do my finger is pretty dry. pretty dry. So let's go and check it out. See if I get any wet. Let's do the other finger. See if I get any. Nope. It's dry. See, kind of rubbing it down here. So that's good. See, that little small tie strap did a much better tight seal. It doesn't mean it's stronger than the regular tie strap, but what it does, it actually has a little bit more finer teeth that can dig in the hose line a little bit more where it needs to clamp out. So there we go. That was a good seal that we did. So we got it. So yep, no more oil spill here or there. But we'll see if we have to actually take this whole intake manifold off to be able to put our fan shroud back on. These clamps, I think they're much more sturdier than the one that came with it, so I'm glad we replaced those. Our manual choke and everything looks good. So you ready to fill this with oil now? Let's go and get our oil funnel here. Making sure there's no dirt. We use it just, well, we vacuum it, so it shouldn't be any dirt. But just in this area here in the tip. So you probably want to maybe clamp it down. Okay, this is it. This is filling with oil. Everything's tightened down. So hopefully we don't have any oil leaks in the areas that we need to make sure. So let me go ahead and get this guy situated here. You guys can see. I might have to actually hold on to him. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna keep 250 left from this pull. I guess it's 1,000. It makes a quart maybe. I forgot what the quart is. I think it's 900 something, but we'll just kind of eyeball it, make it around. So we should have about maybe 240 left or so. 248 maybe. I don't know. I don't know the actual math. This one, but we just want to put 750 milliliter in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get the oil in there now. Look at this one. Okay. Wipe it clean. Keep this on the charger here. Battery's not that full yet. Okay, it's clean. We won't be using this anymore, so we might as well just leave it out because we're going to be installing the decompression tube one. In fact, why don't we prepare the decompression tube now? But we'll be using this as a measuring dipstick. Here we go. Here's our decompression tube. Let's go ahead and see how this one's going to round. You probably want to route it curvature up through this kind of maybe loop somehow. I'll try to put it inside. Maybe go all the way up to here top. You definitely want to bring it upward. So we'll have to figure out a way how to attach the bars and probably go behind the scenes really right here. Behind the banjing and then through, you know, between the banjing and the shocks. Between those two. Oh, oh. Like rolling out of here. Okay, it doesn't really matter which side you go. It's like a really thick snake really. They even give you a little tie strap. It has to be a thicker because these are thicker hose. But I think we should be fine. So it's very simple. This thing right here, where you normally have it screwed into your cap, like, see, there's nothing in there. You would screw this guy in here. It has a rubber O-ring as well. So this is the decompression tube here from NCY we're installing. So you would actually just put this through here like this. But before you do that, go ahead and prepare your hose to clamp it. And then once you fit in there, they give you some of these metal ones. I'm not sure if these ones are better than the one we picked up. So let's see how much slack they give. Yeah, it seems like it's barely. I think the other ones might be too small. It won't even fit this diameter. So it does need a little bigger. Well, actually, look. Still has some lag room. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can use the other one that we used for this guy. I don't think we can, but let's see. Doesn't hurt to check, right? Well, we have it out here in the open. Because we have about 4 of them left. There we go. I don't know. They look pretty too small. I don't think they'll fit the 5/6 ones. Yeah, these looks way too small already. Let's see if they actually will fit though. Curious to know. Here we go. Come on. I open it the way where I can't even find where the opening is anymore. There we go. Even when we make it bigger, it might have a chance. because I really want to make sure when we do use it, we don't have any excessive flush. So let me go ahead and back this out. This is going to take the smaller back out socket. I think it was what, 1/4? Yeah. So let's go and back this all out. We might have to back it all out, really. I mean, we can use the one that came with NCY one too, but I kind of like to have it really flushed. See, this thing is creating some problems for me now. All right, is it backing out or am I tightening it? Oh, I guess I am a little bit of both. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm stretching it. Stretch it open. Let's see if it even lets me close it. That's another thing. I'm sure we can do it, but I'll have to really force it though. Yeah, it's kind of odd shape too, so it might work. No, it's too small. We'll save it for a different hose clamp project. So yeah, let's go and get this back to its circle shape to help support it. All right, so okay. Putting you back, buddy. At least we know. We try. There we go. All right. There we go. Keep them back for that project. So we do have to use the original NCY one, which is fine. I'm not sure why I keep on trying to use something different. So let's go and bring those two clamps back. And this one end goes to one at the hose, and the other end here goes to the other one. So we can pre-fit them now. We can decide how we're going to do this, what we're going to turn it like. I think this might be a good angle here. Have it come downward like this. So we're going to have the pipeline here. I have to readjust this here because it's kind of been in that package bin for a while now. It's a pretty nice little Teflon hose. By the way, these hoses are actually made in the USA. You can see they're marked on there.